We have code talkers and more Tri-Brigade. Let's dig on into this, shall we? 38.1% of you still have not hit that subscribe button. We are literally 300 away from 95,000. So let's make that happen. So another extravaganza-filled weekend for the Latin America Invitational. What you see up here on your screen is the winner. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I am beyond my breaking point with talking about Tri-Brigade, 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 Tri-Brigade. This video is going to be filled with a lot of Tri-Brigade. And Konami, if you're watching this, do something about changing the metagame. Whether or not you have to bring back something, make something spicy. I am so bored of this, alright? And I know a lot of people are as well. So, okay, so the winner for Latin America for this weekend was actually none other than Zodiac Tri-Brigade. Yay! Who doesn't love just being able to cheat out Link monsters, being able to draw Imperial Order and win the game? You all think that this deck is great, but wait until I tell you about getting Imperial Ordered, alright? When you're on the opposite side of the table across from this deck, and they draw their win con Imperial Order, you're going to have a fun time, man. Good luck to all of you out here that think that playing anything other than the best, you can beat this relatively easy. It's just, I'm so sick of seeing the representation behind this. Zeus is an interesting card in this deck. The whole Zodiac package this deck has going for it is immense. I'm very curious to see how much longer post-ban list this deck, if it gets any hits, will do. But the entire community's had an opinion on what to hit with this, and frankly, at this point in time, I'm just so sick of seeing this. Alright, I feel better now. Alright, so what's some other excitement in my day here that we can kind of see on the other side of the table that there might have been some excitement for was, yes, there were other extravaganzas besides the qualifier, actually, which is very good news for us, actually. So the next list we have up here on your screen is the first place list from New Zealand. This was a qualifier, or no, it was actually just their extravaganza for New Zealand. And a lot of people kind of looked at Virtual World and went, where'd it go though, Robbie? Like, have you seen Virtual World? Virtual World's like living underneath a rock right now. I'm not quite sure. Is the deck just having issues with itself? This build actually incorporates Terratop and Takam Tumborg into it for more extending capabilities, quicker exceed plays, which is actually kind of interesting as well. I didn't really think there'd be a time where I would see Virtual World want to grab from that toolbox of things, but technically, they are level 3s. Technically, if we want to make some synchro plays, we could take advantage of those little guys and build some sort of larger boards amongst them. Yeah, I would say that that would probably be the coolest thing about it, but that's not what I really cared about for this event. Second place from this event was actually frickin' Code Talker. Alright, now this was absolutely exciting to see. You linking never felt better, in my opinion. So, Code Talker in its modern state, I feel like it's just rivalry and go. You have the ability to U-Link in this deck. I'm not sure how prone that this deck is to U-Linking. It's kind of a meme at this point that you can U-Link. What's the point of U-Linking? No link summoning for you. That's effectively what it is. We did have a lot of our trap board here. So the interesting thing was we opted to not play the Cynet counter trap card in the main deck. I like how that's just kind of an option that we would side into depending on the situation here. Which kind of says, I guess, interesting things about this deck, because I feel like you value the rivalry interaction a lot more in that regard. And if you don't want to see rivalry, you can board it out for 3 anti-spell or 3 cosmic. Whatever suits the matchup better. I also love the double parallel Exceed in this deck, actually, because 3 does kind of bulk down. You can tell by looking at the deck that this is more optimized and more, you know, streamlined to make sure that you can handle the matchups more appropriately. So I'm going to give it up here for Eli. Like, I'm happy to see, I'm not sure how many people participated in this extravaganza, but to see frickin' Code Talkers doing something is extremely nice. All right, so good to see that. And then third place for the event was actually Sky Striker, piloted by Dino or Dino, however you want to pronounce it. One Mystic Mine in the deck, by the way. We're not 100% degenerate here. We have double Twin Twisters for grinding out. Also, interesting enough, we have the double Droplets in the main deck here as well. It's something I really haven't seen come out of Sky Striker players as of late, but I think that that does say that there are pretty cool options available for this deck. I mean, hey man, you got to make use of a bad Nibiru in some matchups. And Ghost Bell does come up, you can just drop it out of your hand and take advantage of things. I've also kind of noticed that double Hayate has become more of a norm at this point for this deck, which means that, you know, when we were originally looking back at this deck at the beginning of many formats ago, people were like, oh, 3 Hayate, but with the reduction of Mystic Mine in the deck, it doesn't need the cheese OTK as much. So that is for what we have for the Extravaganza out of New Zealand. Now, there was actually a doubleheader Extravaganza, I believe, qualifier in Australia this past weekend. And we have the Saturday results for this. And first place was none other than Make Big Towers the Boss Monster. I remember when I was flamed so hard for saying that you should be prepared for this deck, but looks like it continues to do its thing here. Big Ling 6 Go Burr. Alright, so effectively, hey, when you can put a boss monster on the field that's entire purpose in life is to just sit there and look pretty and be unaffected, does that surprise anybody? If you are unprepared for that matchup, you will lose it every single time. It's just how it works. Alright, and if you don't know the choke points, yeah, it's a bad time. But to see this deck get first means that they grind it out relatively well. I believe they went 6-0 for that. So yeah, it would have been 6 rounds of Swiss. So yeah, congratulations to none other than the big aggressor. I mean, hey, you win the dice roll, you win the game, right? Second place was Zodiac Tri-Brigade. Woohoo! I'm so not excited for these decks anymore, man. Sporting off of the Imperial Order. Alright, the best win condition. Zodiac, bruh. Yeah, the spell, everything about this deck screams regular, go-to, lucky. Yeah, best deck in the room. Alright, truthfully. Alright. Next up here for top 8 is another. Oh my Glanta. Okay, so we have 2 Zodiac Tri-Brigade decks in Top Cut. This one doesn't really sport off anything different. We're 40 cards minus the 41 on the previous build that we just saw. Alright, that's fine by me. Next up here, some excitement? No. Oh, this is Tri-Brigade, but this one's at least fine. This plays Reborn Tengu, Circle of the Fire Kings, and Airborne Assault. Now, this is actually some excitement in my life here, man. The fact that this deck actually uses like a Fire Fist package to act as a pseudo-extender engine is actually kind of cool. Besides like the copy and paste, you know, that we've seen on the other builds, I like what this one's doing. Reborn Tengu's for that floatability for extra link bodies on the field while putting extra, you know, require extra pieces into the graveyard for you to advance link summon with. Okay. A little bit of originality there. I'll give it to them. Next up, we had Eldritch Dogmatica, 2 Ecclesia with double Golden Lord with 28 traps, by the way. Okay, so we were just bullying the opponent. We're playing Broken Lions in here as well. So as long as this deck gets the chance to resolve and do its thing, you should be winning 95% of the time. Set 5 past the deck. This is actually insane how good this looks. Alright, I'll take it. And then down here we had Drytron. Okay, so this is still playing the standard. Oh no, we are not playing. We're playing Eda 10 instead of Natasha. We're playing Little Baby Herald here. That way we can use it with preparations. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Outside of that, the rest of this deck feels kind of standardized for this. 42 is a decent number, all things considered. And then we have Phantom Knights. Ooh. This one is not playing the F-Zero package. Alright, this is doing Verte, Dragoon. Of course, that's pretty much normal at this point. Apollosa, build the standard board, hide behind Fogblade, the deck. Okay. And then the last list we have down here is Dragon Link, sporting off 1 chamber with 2 tiding. And we are playing the Chaos Emperor Dragon Pendulum monster to give us access to recurability on a boss monster. That's actually pretty cool of an idea. And of course we have the rivalries down in the side deck here. So that wraps up another Tri-Brigade filled weekend. So, guys, please leave a comment about how much you guys think. Smash the love crap out, subscribe button, so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on in the day. Some more cool else content. You guys have a good rest of your day, right? Peace out. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCool40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCool40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcoolgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.